Namaste, Witchlings. How are we doing today? Hey, all. Yup. It needed a rollerball. Okay. It's still kind of fuzzy furry, but you know what? I'll deal with that later. I see it. Mother Frogger. I think I got it now. Yep. Hello, everybody. Give me just a second. Get my glasses so I can actually see shit. Fuzzbutt is mostly back to normal. The little furry bastard has stolen my chair for the last 2 days. So that is a very good indicator that he is feeling much better. I tell you, when he stole my chair yesterday morning for the first time in about a week, I celebrated. Never, ever been so happy to call him a furry little bastard. Hey, Echo. How are you doing today? All right. Pop those up there. Put this away. I am trying so hard to remember to do stuff to prevent, further annoyance. Earrings are here. I can put them in. Let's see if I can get a necklace on today. I am not entirely positive. I saw John. Thank you. I will return a message to you once I have a chance to actually sit and think for a minute. Mornings are awful. Because it's literally roll out of bed, take the dogs out to pee, then, back into the office to start prepping for this, both by shuffling, interpreting the cards, and putting my face on, making sure my hair is combed and not frizzing the fluff out, etc., etc., etc. Hey, there, I got it. Yep, I like your new profile picture, Echo. That is very cool. Yeah. There we go. Yep. So, before Tookers came to live with us, I was on Facebook Marketplace looking for a chair to keep in here so that I could sit and read. Got a great chair for free. It stayed in here for a long time. Then I needed more room. And it started out, it was Sarge's chair. He loved it. And now it sits at the foot of the bed, and that has become Tooker's bed. He loves that chair. Well, you know what? I'm not going to complain. All right. What? Oh, Luna. Apparently Luna is talking. All right. Let us do our brief little, housekeeping and say we are please going to be mindful of the energy we bring into my space, and you will be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be fighting you with the ban hammer. Damn it. There it is.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right. Doop. See you later, Echo. Have a good one. All right. Oh, wonderful. Oh. Yeah, studying is a drag. It's a bummer. It's boring, but it is unfortunately necessary. Weird. Yeah, go. Yep. Nope. Yep. Not one. Yep. Close. There we go. There we go. All right. Oh, yay. We have a float out looking effect right now. Sorry. I'm fixing my computer because apparently I'm laggy and not behaving properly. Oof. Ooh, Python and Java. So you're going to be multilingual, John. I like it. All right. Now, I'm going to take a quick sip of coffee and we'll get started, all right? All right. Puppy hanging out over my shoulder. Oh, is he? Okay, give me a sec. Ow. There's Puppy. All right, I got it fixed. There is a penguin. There's a penguin next to Puppy. Yeah, I know. All right, y'all. All right, here we go. Today's reading reminds us that endings clear the way for truth. Death ushers transformation, and the Page of Cups invites new emotional beginnings if we release the reversed King of Cups shadow of jealousy and fear. Vasudhara blesses us with prosperity in both heart and spirit, as Pema Chodron teaches us that enlightenment blooms through letting go, and Ramada Roshi reminds us that character perfects through practice. All right. Hello, 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 and namaste, and welcome, my witchlings. Today is good. It is Thursday. It's podcast day. Yay. All right. So, namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, 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 one and all to Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, welcome back, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Each day, we flow with the sacred spiral. I am Dai, your favorite yoga witch, and guide through it. So, let's step into today's spiral together, shall we? Go grab your favorite crystal. I am going to grab strawberry quartz. Grab your favorite crystal, light your candle or incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug today, and let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing because it helps our Witchling circle grow, and it definitely keeps our daily spiral turning. No birthdays today. There we go. Sheesh. Fingers are not cooperating here, I swear. Dunk. All right, my friends. Today we are lighting our candle for our friend Will and his surgical recovery, which is going well. Yay! And for those of us who have loved ones dealing with some really tough situations. As I light our candle, may the flame be a beacon of hope and light in the darkness for those stumbling and lost along the way. I also hold space and light for survivors and victims of gun violence in our country, remembering them with our circle. And now, with the lighting of our candle, our circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to be with us today. There we go. All right. Woohoo. We're doing great here. Hello, hello, hello to whoever is lurking in the landscape. We know you're there and you are welcome. Hi. All right. Ow. I just chopped my fingernail into my desk. Ow. Die is a klutz. Alright, y'all. Let's take a peek at what holidays are weaving their way through the spiral of the day. We have 3 holidays. You're fine. You're fine. Oh. Let me take a sip and I'm going to try that over again. Holy sheepskin. All right, y'all. Let's take a tiny little peek at what holidays are weaving their way through the spiral of the day. We have Fountain Pen Day, Hug-A-Bear Day, and Little League Girls Day. Fountain Pen Day. I absolutely love fountain pens, have been obsessed with them since I was in high school. Because there is a special kind of magic in ink flowing across paper, the alchemy of thought made visible. Today, let's honor the written word. Journal your gratitude, pen a love letter, or script a tiny spell in your best looping cursive. Let the ink be your wand and your words the incantation. Journal prompt. What truth needs to spill from your pen today? All right. Next, we have Hug-A-Bear Day. Hug a bear, hug a bear, hug a bear. Anyway, whether it's your childhood teddy, your fur baby, or your favorite human bear, take a moment to wrap someone or something in a big, heart-squeezing hug. Hugs release oxytocin, the heart glue hormone, softening stress and strengthening bonds. And if you're like me and still have your stuffies on the bed, yes, that counts. Hold something warm and safe to your heart for one full breath cycle today and feel your energy soften. And then, last but not least, it is Little League Girls Day. Today celebrates every girl who's ever... Starting over again. Little League Girls Day. Today celebrates every girl who's ever laced up cleats, grabbed a glove, and played her heart out, even when someone said she couldn't. It's a reminder that strength wears ponytails and grit comes in glitter. Whether you're coaching, cheering, or remembering your own games, honor the girls. Whether you're coaching, cheering, or remembering your own games, honor the spirit of girls who play without apology. Our affirmation for this: I play full-hearted and fearless in sport, in life, in all I love. Those are our holidays, my loves. Nobody's chatting with me. Nobody loves me today. There's nobody here. Have I scared everybody off today? Sad. Yeah. Wow. That bad, huh? Damn. I like it, John. All right. So apparently we need to move Bitch and Witch to the other channel permanently and not even include it over here because it is adversely affecting this channel, which is kind of a bummer. All right. I guess we'll bop on and check out the cards, shall we? Oracle cards. Our first oracle today is it's all an act. Followed by You Still Miss Me. And Trust the Universe. Whew. And we put them all together and it says, sometimes the masks we wear start to feel like skin. It's all an act, whispers the truth beneath the surface, that the story of You Still Miss Me is just that, a story. Release the performance, my witchling, and trust the universe. Every unraveling is also a realignment toward what's meant for you. What do you guys think of that, my friends? Whew. Let's see what the tarot. Are we ready for tarot? Let's do tarot. Our first tarot card. Let's do the tarot now, shall we? Our first tarot card. Whoops. First, Death. the end of a phase in life and the start of another, although not necessarily the death of a person. We're looking at transformation, loss, and potentially failure. Next, we have Page of Cups. An emotional happiness, invitation, potential for separation, though. Last but not least, King of Cups reversed. Possessiveness, jealousy, and a need to be more secure and positive about the future. Everything in moderation. All right, so now we get to put the three of them together and see what they have to say, shall we? The Death card glides in tonight, my witchling, not as a villain, but as a sacred usher. One chapter closes so another may bloom. Transformation always asks for release. The Page of Cups stirs tender feelings and perhaps a sweet invitation, yet even this joy carries the echo of parting. That distance, it may be arising from the King of Cups reversed shadow, possessiveness, jealousy, or fear of loss. Someone here must learn to trust again, to stand in emotional security, and to open their heart to what the future is ready to pour forth. Oof. I like that. What do you guys think of the tarot cards? And then, time to take a sip, because I'm trying not to hack. All right, now let's braid the Oracle and Tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred. Now, oh Jesus, oh dear gods, what the flying fluff? No. Wow. Okay, check in with the chat real quick. I got it. Hi. Ooh. Okay. How badly did I glitch out for you, John? We're looking at the fact that my Wi-Fi just dropped. Okay, that's good to know. All right, my friends. Now, let's braid the Oracle and the Tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. The masks. The masks are slipping, Witchling. It's all an act, says Spirit. The story of You Still Miss Me is an illusion woven from fear, not truth. Death arrives to One more time. The masks are... And now, my darlings, my dears, my loves. God, I hate my brain. It's a day. All right, my loves. Now let's braid the Oracle and Tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. The masks are slipping, my witchling. It's all an act, says Spirit. The story of You Still Miss Me is an illusion woven from fear, not truth. Death arrives to strip away what's false, making room for the rebirthing your soul has been craving. The Page of Cups offers tenderness and emotional renewal, but beware the reversed King of Cups shadow, jealousy and control that choke the very love they crave to keep. Let go of what was and trust the universe. This ending is your invitation to begin again, lighter, freer, and truer than before. And our affirmation is, I release the masks that no longer serve me. I trust the cycles of beginnings and endings to guide me home to my truth. My heart opens to renewal, my spirit to flow. I am safe, I am free, and the universe conspires for my highest good. What do y'all think of that? I said it backwards. I need to redo the affirmation. No, I don't think it changes the meaning. Okay, so continuing on, let's check in with John. Although, yeah, everybody has left. Did I scare everybody away? I swear. Yeah, we are in a Mercury retrograde, so. Coffee is good. I know. All right, y'all. I know. All right. Shall we move on to our self-care cards? We have self-care cards. Namaste and self-compassion. Namaste reminds us, slow down. The turtle wins the race in the story, not the hare. When we are stressed or overconfident, we can make mistakes in our hurry to get things done. If you slow down, you will embrace the experience and focus more on what you are doing. This exercise will allow you to concentrate and be present in your actions, allowing you to make fewer mistakes and feel less stressed. It is true. Yep. Self-compassion. Self-compassion reminds us to be in the present moment. We all think happiness is something that we... Present moment. Self-compassion reminds us to be in the present moment. We all think happiness is something that will come later when conditions in our lives are better. For 5 breaths, let go of any thought about the future and see if there is happiness to be found in the present. All right, y'all. Okay. Next, we honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Vasudhara. Had to think about pronouncing her name. Vasudhara, the golden-breasted earth goddess of India, blesses all who give freely of what they receive. Her golden hue symbolizes solar radiance and prosperity, manifesting wealth and gratitude for those who honor her. Whether she appears as a luminous woman or a sacred cow, she reminds us that abundance is not just to be held, it is meant to flow outward, enriching the world around us. Today, embrace her spirit of stewardship by giving back in tangible ways. Through charity, service, or heartfelt thanks. Donate to causes that align with your values, wear gold to attract prosperity, or write a note of gratitude to someone who has illuminated your path. Each generous act honors Vasudhara's essence, turning devotion into divine circulation. Abundance shared is abundance multiplied. What do we think of today's goddess, you guys? I like her. Oh my gosh. Is it the wind? Wow. Go ahead. Yeah. Go grab your cup. I'm sorry, John. I apologize. It's okay, Mimi. You're here now. That's the important part. What the fluff? Oh, okay. Hey. As you can tell, we're running late today, and it is just blur. I am tripping over my lips and my tongue, not being able to read straight, flipping words around. I am having a day here, y'all. I'm glad my cards resonate with you, John. Yeah, whoa, holy shit! My Wi-Fi just went to 1 bar. Holy shitballs. And there ain't nobody chatting in the other chat, Mimi. We're good. I swear, this windstorm going on outside of my house and the rain, because we're in... We've got a flood watch going on. My taskbar says we are expecting an inch of rain in 4 hours. That's not horrible, but my Wi-Fi is just... Hey, Pink. It's just in... It's interesting here today. I genuinely do not know what exactly the fluff is going on. But that hasn't been affecting it. What? No. I've used Canary for non-work email for like 2 years now. I know. All right. It's a day. It is a day. I need to rewrite that tonight. Ooh. I'm waiting for John to come back. I'm not entirely heartless. Yeah. There we go. Ow. Ow. I squished myself. All right. To me? Oh, that mouse. He's giving me direction on where to put my mic and saying to put it next to the mouse. And I'm looking at the vertical feed and the mouse is sitting on the horizontal feed. And I'm like, what mouse? Oh, that mouse. Basically, while John's doing his thing, let's do a quick recap. I'll reread the combo. That's true, actually. Mimi, wait until we're done and then... Yeah. Wait for the shorts to come out and watch the shorts. And then, yes, you can also go back and watch. Itch the nose, itch the nose, itch the nose. Yeah. Seriously. If you miss the whole episode and what I do here, the man behind the curtain goes in and cuts out the fluff and stuff. And he just posts the highlights. And you can catch the important bits of the episode. And then you can catch the reels of just the cards or just the self-care, etc., etc. The man is brilliant, I tell you. I feel like my chair has shrunk. Oh, it has. My chair shrunk. because my arms will now go under the desk instead of hitting it. That explains part of the problem. Yeah, I'm going to fix it. Ow! Tweaked my knee. I did. I saw the stuff on Facebook. Haven't looked at it yet, but I did see it. Hey, now I don't feel so much like a toddler at the dining room table. Excuse me. Coffee talk back. All right. I think so, yes. All right. Meep. Oh. Okay. Oh, Kitty on the laptop with the bacon, and then there was stuff in Messenger. I know I saw that I got it this morning. I just haven't looked. Whoops, that was the wrong one. Haven't looked at it yet. Oh, God. Fun. Oh, God, the husky pushed the cat into the bathtub. Yep, we're going to be watching that later. That poor cat. All right. Fuzzy Butt stole my chair. I have never been so damn happy that my cat stole my chair. It feels crazy to say that. Yes, that is spelled correctly. It doesn't have the whoop-de-doobers. Sorry. It doesn't have the whoop-de-doobers. They're not umlauts, but over her O's, but yes. Okay. Yep. Oh, hello, Cher. Haven't seen you in a bit. At least if you're who I think you are. I believe you've been here before. I could be wrong. Or else it's someone else. Who knows? I am having a day. Please forgive me. What? Oh, Frogger! Our Wi-Fi, I believe we are having one hell of a storm here in the Pacific Northwest. And it is wreaking havoc with my Wi-Fi and my connection. What? Oh. Fantabulous. Good grief. Is there any chance you can pop into the comments and on there and say something, because this is rather unnerving. Yeah, other one. Say share. I actually have someone in I have 4 people in the landscape. And I have no idea if you guys can see me or hear me, because my connection sucks big fat hairy donkey balls right now. I am so incredibly frustrated by it. I did nothing. In here? No. Is it? I don't... Apparently my computer is puking on me.
The wireless, it's only your computer.
I haven't changed anything.
Put your phone back where it was. I don't know.
Yeah. Wow, my Wi-Fi seriously puked the bed. Okay, y'all, there is a good chance that YouTube is going to drop completely. Okay. I'm back to normal now. My computer is apparently misbehaving very much badly right now, not wanting to stay connected. So there is a minor chance that that YouTube is going to decide that my connection sucks enough they're going to boot us. So just giving you a heads up. I am so sorry, y'all. This is so frustrating for us right now. So I am going to go ahead and... Okay. I'll type. Yeah, the tech issues... Oh no. Yeah, tech issues are driving me insane. Okay. Hey. Alright, trying this. It's still connected, so we're gonna go here. There we go. And then we go back to the other one. I'm on 6. There we... Oh, hey, look at that. It's back to full strength. How about them apples? Oh my gosh. We're almost to the point where we take our break. Yeah, we are fighting with Xfinity. I'm pretty sure it's an issue with my computer. We'll figure it out. Probably while we're on break between Daily Draw and chilling with the Witchlings. Okay, so... Let us move on to our moment of Zen. Okay. Oh, hey, look. He's back. Thank the gods. All right, y'all. We have our moment of Zen, a teaching from the Little Book of Zen to carry into our day. We have quotes from Yamada Roshi and Pema Chodron today. Pema Chodron tells us, whatever is happening is the path to enlightenment. And Yamada Roshi says, the purpose of Zen is the perfection of character. That is our moment of Zen. All right, what the... Go ahead and close that, yeah. Kill it. I forgot it was still open. Okay. There we go. That might help some. I don't know. All right. All right, there we go. Now, hey, Dua. Yeah, we've got a storm coming in. We are under flood something. It's not quite a flood watch or a flood warning. It's the next level down. We are expecting gnarly ass rain right now. Ew. Yeah, we are dealing with a flood outlook, which is basically a flood watch. It's raining like mad. It's frickin' November in the Pacific Northwest, so fun times here. All right, my witchlings. It is time to wrap up our show for the day, but stick around. There will be chilling with the witchlings. So, as we open our circle with the extinguishing of our candle, we extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for joining us today. All right, and I was just thinking that. All right. Now, let me leave you with our closing blessing. Let me leave you with this closing blessing, my witchlings. May what no longer May what no longer serves you gently fade, making room for what is true to take root. May your heart open to renewal, your mind rest in trust, and your spirit move with ease through change. Spread love, spread joy, spread kindness. You are loved, wanted, and needed. Blessed be and namaste, witchlings. And now, my friends, let's go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness, because there is already enough darkness and hate in this world. Let's please try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost in the dark. Tell your loved ones, whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, glide with scales, or tiptoe on tiny paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you, because moments slip away faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And please, my witchlings, always, always, always remember, you are loved. You are wanted. You are needed, and your purpose is real, even if you have yet to discover it. I was 45 before I did. I love you all to bits. See you in a minute. Namaste, my witchlings. Hello, hello. All right. Now what? There we go. All right, we're back. Which means I can change glasses. I am so happy to hear that, Will. Yay! Yeah, ours were last night, Hazel. I know. Ugh. All right. Do. Yeah, Hazel is saying her lights keep flickering. Ours were doing funky things last night. I kind of realized I probably should have anticipated this today. I am quite nervous about what we're going to do when we lose power later in the winter. It's not an if we lose power. We've already lost it once this year in October. That means it's going to be an interesting winter, and we're going to lose it at least once more, probably for more than 24 hours, hoping that it's not a week like it was last year, but yep. So about every other week, we're going to be doing this freak out dance again. Oh. Our generator does great keeping power on in the house. Unfortunately, I don't know what causes it, but if the housing development across the street loses power, we lose power, Wi-Fi, cell signal, all of it. And so we are now stuck in the house staring at each other.
On that circuit.
Ah.
UPS dies 2 hours after their power goes out.
That's what it is. Okay. He explained. Apparently Comcast's hub that keeps our cable and internet going is on the same circuit as the complex across the street. And we have about 2 hours after the power goes out before its battery backup dies. And yeah, it is frustrating and stressful and crazy making. So, yeah.
That same hub gives internet to
To
the
the-
closest cell tower.
Okay. And apparently that same hub is the one that makes sure that the closest cell tower has internet and service. Yay.
Which is why we have to connect to
Yeah, and that's why we have to, very carefully connect to that hub. There we go. Candleless prep for tomorrow. Or
connect to the hub.
not to the yeah, sorry, tower. Brain. Brain is not braining entirely right now. Girl, I feel you on the feeling crazy thing. I'm losing my ever-loving shit here because it's just, this day has been chaos from the moment I opened my eyes, and I'm just losing it today. Got the dogs out to do their morning pee break. I meant to grab a soda when I was up. Yep. Great. Yep. Sarge is stressed. Give me a sec. Okay, there we go. Forgot to grab my soda because I'm almost out of coffee. I don't know that we are not on the same power grid as the complex across the street, because we will lose power, but they'll keep it, or they'll lose it and we'll keep it. Right at this particular moment, I don't even know if they're the same electric company, because we have two power companies here in the valley. One is obviously Puget Sound Energy, and the other one is a local. And I don't know exactly where those lines are as to who's on what. I know we are. I don't know where Tanner is. But yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, I honestly, John is saying that today is turning out to be a shit show for everybody, and most of the people around him are losing their shit too. I think it's something to do with the Mercury retrograde, and I will be checking in with Hestia's Muse to see just how bad it is. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you, Mimi. I know, babe. I'm sorry. It's been a day. It's insanity all the way around. Everything is just. Hello, Lucas on Insta. I cannot see you, but I do know you're there. We're trying to figure out how to make it so I can see people on Insta. And they're gone. Wonderful. He didn't come home. No, I'm hearing music on the other side of the wall. I'm wondering if his computer is up. Dude, smoking and watching Practical Magic sounds amazing right now. Hazel is suggesting just smoke and watch Practical Magic. I could totally be down for that. That reminds me, I need to find where Practical Magic is so I can stream it. I have no idea. Oh, apparently the VA called me. Yay. We are going to find out where Practical Magic is streaming, because I want to have a party, a Practical Magic watch party. Oh god, are we flickering again? Oh, I have Prime. Yeah, my computer is just being a bitch. It really, really is. And I am not happy about it. So I am definitely going to be touching base with Hestia's Muse to see just how bad this freaking retrograde is. I can talk, really I can. Ooh, repo. I am so frustrated, though. Oh, bummer. Well, that sucks. Oh, no. No, Mimi is correct. He would be rolling in his grave over what RFK is doing. I mean, when the American Medical Association calls for the removal of the head of Health and Human Services, we got problems. Yep. Sounds about right, John. John touched base with his mentor, and his mentor says it seems pretty intense today, with many people experiencing frustration and anxiety due to the typical Mercury retrograde mishaps like delayed responses, technical glitches, and miscommunications. Makes sense. Sounds about right. It's just insanity. And I'm just... It doesn't help that I'm also really, really, really tired. And we have podcast tonight. Who wants to talk about what the podcast is going to be tonight? I cannot. I need to remember what the fluff it is. Dum dum. Yeah, we are talking about the power of appreciation. Because, my darling witchlings, that is the theme of the week. Dhanyavad is our word of the week. And yep, we are talking gratitude because, well, it is November, and the end of November for us here in the States is Thanksgiving. So, gratitude and remembrance, I think, are our theme of the month. And I'm kind of excited about that. Reflection. I knew it was an R. Gratitude and reflection. And then next week, we are honoring the ancestors, which I am very, very, very happy about. And then let's see what else. Haven't done the week after that yet. We're getting there. I am very, very, very almost convinced that I'm not going to make it down to see the Grands next week because there's no way I can do it right now. Which makes me sad because I really wanted to get down there and see their grandpa, but shit happens, life goes on, we'll manage, right? Yes. Jonathan. I have been talking about it for 2 months. That is true. Gary. Yes. I confused the poor man behind the curtain. I am the one who introduced my non-biological daughter's parents. Their mother was my best friend, and their biological dad had a passing interest in me, asked me out. I introduced the two of them. The rest is history. They split when the younger daughter was a year-ish, maybe 2. And my ex-best friend went on to marry my adopted little brother because, again, I introduced them. And we lost him during COVID. So when I said that my grand's other grandpa is going to be there, my poor husband is like, what? How? And I'm like, oh shit. Yep. I am trying, John. John says thank you for going on no matter what Mercury retrograde is throwing at me. I am trying. I feel like I'm losing my ever-loving mind here, but are you drumming your fingers when that noise happens? Okay, I thought so. Okay. There is a noise that I hear that I swear is him drumming his fingers, but I can't figure out where or what he's doing, and it's just one of those. Please. Between drumming his fingers on the mouse, smacking and beating up on the grinder as he's trying to get the flour to where he can pinch it to reload, or just he's got some noises that I'm just like, what the hell? Because they're really loud in my ear. People love telling John he's very trying. Your sense of humor occasionally, but you fit right in here, I swear. Coffee is a hash. Oh my god, I hate that sound. Oh, teeth grinding. There are times when I really want to just grab the pillow and hammer on the man behind the curtain because he grinds his teeth in his sleep. And nope. That is worse than fingernails on a chalkboard and styrofoam combined. Nope. Oh. And if I wake him up to get him to stop, he then can't get back to sleep. So I just have to lay there and deal with it if I'm hearing it. That's about when I put the earbuds in and go, because I'll rattle him just a little bit to get him to stop for a couple of minutes, and then he'll stop for about 5 minutes and then he'll start again. My dad used to grind his teeth in his sleep too, and I'm just My CPAP likes to leak and wake him up and annoy the hell out of him. So I guess fair is fair. I don't know. See, I have never chewed on aluminum foil with a filling. Yeah, and he does the same thing to me. He'll rattle me awake and make me move. I can fall back asleep faster than he can. So yeah, I hate it. I hate it. All right. There's something about the sound, and I don't understand, because I have felt it. I have gritted and ground my teeth when I'm awake, and I know what it feels like, and I'm like, how do you not feel that in your sleep and it doesn't wake you up? I don't get it. Oh, that sucks. Oh, do I? I didn't know that. Apparently, when I stop breathing in my sleep and I'm not wearing my CPAP, I grind my teeth. The feeling is horrific. Yep, it probably also contributes to the TMJ. TMJ is an evil issue. Okay, technically TMJ it refers to the muscles. TMJ disorder is what most of us are referring to when we say TMJ. And there are multiple reasons people have temporomandibular joint disorder issues. I have a bunch of shit. I gotta clean my office again soon. See, I dislike my partner snoring, but once we both got our CPAPs, we stopped snoring as bad. Actually, he stopped snoring entirely until he stopped sleeping with the CPAP because he lost a ton of weight, and now my sleep trackers hear his snoring and think it's me. It's great. Because I'll wake up in the morning and the sleep tracker will be screaming at me when I wake up going, "You were snoring a lot last night." And I'm like, "I wore my CPAP." And then I'll listen to the recording and I'm like, he was snoring real bad again. My CPAP leaking? No, because it doesn't sound like snoring. I hate that feeling. Apparently, I open my mouth to snore while I'm wearing the CPAP. And if you have ever worn a CPAP, it blows a pressure. I have a nasal mask instead of a full face. And it blows air into my nose. And if you open your mouth while it's blowing up your nose in your sleep, all you're doing is it's going in your nose and out your mouth. And it's obnoxiously loud. It is not a fun sound. Hey, Mike. Oh, fork against the front teeth. Oh, Hazel. Bad feel. Oh, gods. Okay, we're drinking something to get that. John has apparently identified a pattern to his insomnia. Let's hear it. I really want to clean, but I can't. I'm annoyed. Oh my god. Hey, Mike. So, you want to hear something that makes me feel ridiculous? I am a 47-year-old woman who grew up with the Domino's Noid commercials in the 80s. And I was in my 30s, late 30s, before I figured out why you wanted to avoid the Noid. Because you don't want to be annoyed. And it's annoying when your pizza's late. I cannot believe it took me that many years to figure out what the fluff. I feel stupid. So John's insomnia gets seriously bad during Mercury retrogrades. Yep. I will still occasionally snore through my CPAP, Mimi. It helps a lot, but yeah. Yep. It's frustrating. And chronic illness does not help. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. A lot of people, a lot of the reason they have apnea is they're, seriously overweight. Technically, what the BMI classifies as morbidly obese. And we all know the BMI is bullshit, so it was never meant to be an indicator of health. But yeah. I'm going insane. And then, let's see. Hey, smuggler. My brother absolutely loved the Noid when he was a teenager. So I was very familiar with the Noid. And the fact that it took me until I was in my 30s to figure it out. I'm guessing that would be Spawn getting home, causing the dogs to go batshit. So, went to walk the doggos this morning. And Tookers and I went over and we watered the mailbox. Came back in. Luna and I and Sarge went out in the backyard. They went potty. And as we're coming back out of the backyard, there's a car in my driveway. And I'm like, eh? And then Spawn comes walking out with food. And I'm like, where are you going? He's like, I'm headed back to work. I came home to get my lunch because we had an early lunch today. And my instant thought was, oh, thank the gods that we were outside when we ran into him and the dogs didn't go barking their heads off because the poor man behind the curtain was sleeping and has not slept well recently. So thankfully, we didn't wake him up that way. But dude, life is entertaining. I am very, very, very tired of living, an interesting life in the Chinese sense. I don't get it. That is weird. Anyway. Alright, so smuggler, okay. Smuggler, go to a teacher, go to the counselor, go to the principal, tell an adult. That is not okay. Oh. Yep. That sounds about right, John. Hold on, let's see. Oh, John. Yeah, that was definitely a mistake, my friend. Alright. And then I have been telling the man behind the curtain that we should probably have separate bedrooms for a while. If we had space, we would. Because our schedules don't overlap by a whole lot. I am a night owl. He is not. He wants to be in bed by like midnight. I'm like crawling into bed between 2 and 3 in the morning. He is an very, very, very light sleeper. I can sleep through a fire truck outside my bedroom window backing up. Yeah. I do know a number of marriages that have been saved by separate bedrooms. And yeah. There we go. Yep. Hazel says her PCP measures wrist and other things, doesn't rely on BMI. Yeah, exactly. Who knew people have different bone densities and such? Hazel sleeps better when she hears someone snoring. Yeah. I don't know how my parents were able to co-sleep. because my dad used to sleep with the window open year round. Dad was the one that snored. So Dad kept a window open almost year round because my parents smoked. And we lived about a block and a half from the school when I was in junior high, my 8th grade year. And my friends would walk past the school, cross the street, and, come walk down to meet up with me. And they said that once they got past the bowling alley that backed up to our complex, and, we're a little ways away from the main drag, they could hear him snoring. They could hear him snoring a block away. How could my mother sleep through that? I don't know. Smuggler, would you have to explain to everyone your gender when you're explaining that this girl is trying to force you into doing something you don't want to do? No, she wasn't. She actually had fairly good hearing. Oh, sweetheart, they have no right to ask what your gender is. All you have to do is go to them and say, look, this girl is pressuring me to be in a relationship that I am not, not wanting. And I don't want to have a relationship with this person. And she's trying to insist on it. So that your gender has nothing to do with it. Your sexuality has nothing to do with it. The only thing that comes into play is you said no. No is a complete sentence. You are entitled to your own bodily autonomy by saying no to this relationship. I don't care what country you live in. Bodily autonomy is still mostly okay, especially at your age. Exactly. A no is a no. Thank you, Johan. Can I kind of giggle at Johan's last name, Herman? Herr is Sir Man. Sir Man. Sir Man, huh? Sorry. I do this with any last name, including English ones. I mean, come on, we have a... That's true too. Was it Virginia Senator Governor last night? Whose last name has the word burger in it? I cannot remember the last. Yeah. What was it? Spanburger. Her last name is Spanburgers. Or Spanburger. And people are saying, is she going to open a restaurant chain when she's out of office called Spanburgers? Kind of like Wahlburgers. Yeah. Hey, James. How you doing? I noticed. Exactly, Hazel. Hazel says I can't stand the people that demand to know the reason behind the no. Scritch, scritch, scritch. What the hell? Ugh. Uh-oh. Yes. Yep. Although, Smuggler, you did actually say the word no, right? That's the biggest thing here. Love it. So, I caught part of an interview with Annelies van der Poel from That's So Raven. She was on Christy Carlson Romano's podcast. And she was explaining the meaning of her last name. God, my brain just glitched on the word last name. Van der Poel means of the hill or of the mountain. And so Annelies of the mountain. And she's like, it's the weirdest thing. And I'm like, that's actually kind of a cool name. I used to translate my Mexican friends' last names. Sorry, James. So, Johann's last name, technically, if my German translation is correct here, means Sir Man. And I was kind of giggling over that. And he says his wife had the opportunity to use a name that von Bergenstrahl, which roughly translates to von Mountainshine. And yes, she is, I believe her family is Dutch. And because of her name, I was watching a podcast with Annelies Vanderpool from That's So Raven. And the host of the podcast is Christy Carlson Romano. Okay, there. I think I have caught people up a little bit, or else I've just confused everybody worse, which wouldn't surprise me. This is me we're talking about. Yep. Yep. Yeah, you're going to spark a conversation, John. And that's going to be a very deep and long conversation. Hazel, yeah, so Hazel's telling me what her last name means. We have a coffee joint that's actually a chain now that I didn't realize. But the name of it is Huck's Daughter. And I'm like, okay. Hey, Andrea. I'm rambling and being confusing and frustrating as all hell. My Wi-Fi keeps deciding to go, and I am just not all there today. And it's Thursday, so it's podcast day, and we're trying to figure out, make sure that we're wrapping this up, and then being able to get ready for podcast. And a dog just stepped on my toe. Hey, boy. So yeah. Apparently I am not caffeinated enough, and I am rambling and tangenting worse than ever. Life is good, though. Yeah. Overall. Oh, y'all should see Snoqualmie Falls right now. I should probably fill everybody in on the train of thought that led to that. Thinking about the fact that it's storming outside some. We've had a ton of rain, and we've been at flood watch, not flood warning level, or the other way around, whichever one's the lower one. And the falls are just looking gorgeous right now. We are staying warm. We have not lost power yet. Keyword there being yet. I am anticipating it, but we will deal. We do have a generator, so if we lose power, we can keep power. The problem there is, as I said earlier, and I've said a few times here, if the complex on the other side of the road loses their power, then we have about 2 hours of Wi-Fi or of internet and cell signal. So here's hoping. There is a chance that if shit goes sideways, I'll be able to record stuff, move it onto the laptop, and then we will figure out how to get into town to borrow the library's Wi-Fi or some shiz and get it uploaded. So, yeah. The 5G towers around here lose everything. What's the temperature in November where we are? We average what? 40s? Upper 40s, low 50s occasionally. Oh, John, you're fine. Are you hearing me today? November average temperatures. Upper 40s? Sometimes dipping into the 30s. We don't get super freaking cold until mid-December-ish through February, when it'll be mid to high 30s on average, with a few lower than that and a few higher than that. Hey, Jake, welcome back. Oof. Yeah. Boink. Yeah, we might dip down into freezing once or twice in November, but December's when it gets cold. We are occasionally we occasionally have a white Christmas, but typically we don't really get snow until around my birthday. James, I think it was, asking why he's thinking of random stuff. No, Mike is asking why he's thinking of random stuff during yoga. It can depend on which pose you're in, because certain asana will just release emotions or feeling or thoughts and other types of energy, and it'll just pop random shit into your head. That's why it is not uncommon for, especially hip openers is what's coming to mind right now, causing you to just absolutely start bawling, just crying, ugly crying. So there's that. There's also, my brain does this, and it's just my ADD and my autism. I'm going to tell one of my favorite stories. We all know that Di loves the temperamental chuckle fucking friends. One of their cats, his name is Max. He is a tuxie. He's a black and white cow cat. So they call him the sentient soccer ball. There is a point to this story, trust me. I was doing one of my Yoga Nidra asanas one night, and it was doing the, I say the word, you picture it thing. And it went through, sunrise, coffee cup, something else, and then it said soccer ball. I envisioned Max, and then lost it. There was no way I was getting back into meditation at that point. I just lost it and sat here and cackled for a while, messaged them. So there's also things like that, when your brain just decides to be a dick. All right. John mentioned Mercury retrograde. Wow. Mercury retrograde. The path of Samik, which temperance is associated with, is all about balance and harmony between opposites. It's a reminder to find middle ground and avoid extremes, which can be challenging during the Mercury retrograde periods when things tend to go awry. That is true. Yes, I forget that James is in Scotland and therefore would be doing temperatures in Celsius. We use Fahrenheit here, and I don't understand why we do. I know, I'll get there. I don't understand why we are still on the fricking imperial system when just about everybody else has gone metric. Minnesota is cold as fuck, yes. Yep. Hence why I said I don't understand why we just fucking why we are weird. And yes, Mike, it could be your intuition is heightening. We are still in the period of the veil being thinner between worlds, which means some things and some people can pop out. So if you're thinking some of the random stuff is about people who've passed or stuff like that, there we go. I could be part of it as well. Yay for doing yoga. I need to do mine more often. I need to get sleep. Yeah, my ADD has been off the rails for like 3 weeks. Okay, are you comfy? What are you doing? Thank you for getting off my toes. I can feel my toes again. I am a Capricorn, and apparently I am more of a Capricorn than I give myself credit for. Sorry. I am a Oh, hi. I am a traumatized Capricorn. How is Fuzzbud doing? Fuzzbud is very much feeling himself. Still not quite eaten normally yet, but we're getting there. But the furry little demon has stolen my chair multiple times today, so not complaining. So that is the witching hours. 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., depending on the culture, is the witching hour. So it's not surprising that people wake up at that time of night during this time of year. Yes, Yoga can definitely benefit a runner, because you do not have to be flexible to do yoga. Yoga helps gain flexibility. Where? Okay. All right. Apparently I had something in my hair. So, yoga can help build core strength. It can help with help you strengthen and lengthen your hamstrings. Have a good one, James. It can help build core strength, help improve your hamstrings by lengthening and stretching them out, which definitely helps with running. Let's see, what else does it do that I can think of off the top of my head? I can't remember. But I do know that my teacher training instructor is also a runner, and part of why she picked up yoga was her running hobby. Yes, yoga helps with core strength a lot, which is part of why I have not been doing my yoga, because I was focusing on core strength and regretted it. This? Right there. Oh, I see it now. Did I have a floof in my... Okay, Dad, needs a mirror. Give me just a second. I have floofy. Yep. Ah! Alright. Oh, there it is. Yep, I have a floofy. Come here, you. Get the fluff out of the hair. Think. Mother Frogger! This shit. Fine, we're doing this. It's not going to cooperate, behave, and go away. I'm just going to hide the damn thing. Oh, that would be cool, John. Oh, God. He's a chaos goblin. That's okay. Monty says she's a shredded cheese goblin. Right. Really? Fuck it. There. Fuck my life. Nope, that don't look right. We're not going to do it. Fine. We're going to grab this one. I'm losing my shit. Thinking about mixing yoga and tarot cards together. Yes, that's... Hi, Yoga Witch. It's kind of my shtick here. I believe there is a resource out there that connects each card of the major asana, or each card of the major arcana, with an asana. So, I will look into that, Mike. And actually, I'm going to make sure I do that between this and podcast, so I can tell you about it tomorrow. I know. Yes, but I don't have much to worry about between now and pod, so... Yes, and Hazel uses Kelvin or BTU just to be different as far as heat measurement. Yup. I like it. Yeah. Yep. Dumb. M-A-J. Let's see what that does. There are actually decks. I can't explain it. Because honestly, it's not one of those things I can just turn on and off. I can't use it at whim. It just tends to pop up for me when something obviously is screaming, needing to be shared. How do I get my messages? I will just all of the sudden have a flash of, you know how all of a sudden you'll remember something and you go, oh yeah, I need to do this? That's kind of what I get. I will be like, so I'm talking to somebody and be like, so such and such and so, is that someone you know? Yeah. Yeah, well, this is what they're saying. That's one of them. Or I'll be talking, somebody ask me a question, and I'll just get this feeling. And it's not a taste or necessarily an actual flavor, but I prefer to say it tastes like such and such rather than using the word vibe, you know? But that I'll get this feeling that there's something up, and I'll ask, okay, so say someone's asking me about a friendship. Is this friendship worth continuing? And I'll be like, so has your friend done this or done that? And they'll be like, yeah, actually they have. So that will be, I will get little flashes of insight like that. And then there will be people that I will meet that, again, the flavor thing or taste comes to, and I will just say that their energy tastes off. They don't feel right. And I hate the fact that language is so sloppy and imprecise, and we don't have words for a lot of things, or some of the things that we did have words for are not in use anymore, because there are times when I cannot describe what is in my head or my gut or my heart that I'm picking up on. Exactly, Mike. Yeah, flavored feelings. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just, it's weird. I know someone who can taste when a person does blood magic, except me apparently, but and the way she would describe it is when she got close enough to either physically touch the person or their aura interacted with hers, she would taste copper. So, and she mistrusts everybody who does blood magic because in her mind, blood magic is evil. Who knows? I guess that's why she didn't want to read the Hollows series. Yes, exactly, John. John says he understands the gut feeling. He has done readings where he's looked at the cards and got a feeling that formed the reading. That is exactly what you should be doing with your readings. You should be going with your intuition. Lead your readings with your intuition and then confirm it. Tones with colors. Yes. Johan, that is similar to the series of books by... Is it Mercedes Lake? No. Son of a Seabiscuit. Same author as the Acorna series, but she wrote the Rowan series. And their psychic powers, they have to tune to a chord or whatnot. Anyway, but yes. And... Hey Google, who wrote the Rowan series of books?
Anne McCaffrey.
Thank you, Anne McCaffrey. It was driving me insane. Yeah, Teresa Caputo is interesting. I don't necessarily trust a lot of psychics and mediums who go on TV, because 90% of the people I know who are actually genuinely gifted cannot just use it when they want to, which sucks. Ooh. I want the Prism Tarot. It's one of my wish list cards, decks. Sort of just decided to talk back. Oh my good grief, is it being talkative today? Let's see, what are my wish list cards right now? Now the Kabbalah is stalking you. Yes. Yes, I agree with you, honey. Many of us lose our ability to access the other side of the veil and access some of those gifts when we grow from child to teenager. That is absolutely true. And it is frustrating as all hell. Breathe, die, breathe, die, breathe, die. Can I force a gift like how writers use liquor to write? Sometimes. There are days when there are ways to put yourself into a trance-like mindset to be able to do that. For many, that's part of the peyote. That is part of the peyote. I just had the word. Ritual. Thank you. The peyote ritual or cannabis, LSD, psychedelics, ayahuasca. So many of the psychedelics are used to open you to the other side. And for many, many, many of us, it works. I mean, hell, I can drop into a trance-like state and be far, far more accurate with my gifts when I have smoked. But if I didn't have the gift in the first place, it wouldn't do me a damn bit of good. What's up, Mike? You want to ask a question? Oh, excuse me. I think Mike's typing his question. I can't tell. I am honestly not sure. But my gut says, yeah, I don't have a good feeling. So, tread carefully. Tread lightly, my friend. Is there by chance a mutual attraction? If he has given any indication that he would be cool with it, same. I do it too. Yes, Mimi, that's pretty much how I do it. I will get one of these feelings and 90% of the time it comes out my mouth before I even realize I'm saying it. Yeah. Itchy, itchy. There we go. Yes, there is a yoga-based tarot deck. I believe it's in one of my wish lists. If he suspects, just kind of feel him out. Feel him out. Not physically, mind you, but just kind of ask a couple of questions, kind of see if he might be receptive to it. And there's your answer. Yes. I know. I need to get into the bottom shelf of my bookshelf soon so I can dig out my book on Making my own tarot deck. Yeah, as the man behind the curtain says. That's true. As he said, we're not entirely sure if it's easier or harder today with all of the barriers being, not there that used to be, because for so many asexual or aromantic people, they could just say, oh, I'm just waiting for the right person to come along, or oh, I'm just waiting for marriage, or yeah. Because we've been here since the dawn of humanity. Yes, I did, dear heart. We will only have about 15-20 minutes to chit-chat. Ah, so he's already in a relationship. Oof. But if they're in a polyamorous relationship, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yep. That is actually, I swear that is actually part of why they call older women who are on the market cougars. Because they'll find that young hot stud they want, and as soon as he agrees to, sleep with her, she's not interested anymore. It's all about the hunt. Yeah, I thank you, Johan, but still, cats do like to hunt their prey and then play with it and then get tired of it, so. Oh, honey. You guys have known each other for a while. Yeah, there's a good chance he knows. Although, if he's as oblivious as I am, I did not realize until well into adulthood that my prom date had a crush on me. So, oh God, Leos. That poor boy, though. Yep. Oh, yeah. I've used my nebulizer already. It's that time. Apparently, I was having trouble breathing around this time last year. So either there's something about the rain starting, so yeah, great. Now they're both telling fine. Yeah, I don't sound great. Come here, you. I actually we were concerned that I was having a reaction to my injections, my vaccines from Monday. And yeah. No, actually, humidity is the problem. There's too much of it outside. Part of my problem is the rain has really started, and it's pouring right now, and mold and mildew are a couple of my worst triggers. Hit the inhaler and I'm already breathing better. And that wasn't even the albuterol. So yeah. What? Really? That's entertaining. Apparently the stock market decided to tank. Which what? Oh, this one? Uh-huh. Hi. That's something I'm seriously considering, Johan. I am really considering acquiring a dehumidifier, at least for my office here. And that's one of the things I liked about having my air conditioner in the window is it did kind of dehumidify. But one of the things that will help is once I start actually generating enough income from this stuff. Have a good one, Mike. Once I start generating income, we are going to work on remodeling the house because we need new windows again. We need to fix the foundation. It's kind of doing some wonky shit, and some other stuff. And when we do that, we should be able to take care of some of the mold issues that we have because this house was built in the 40s and needs some love. I am not exactly looking forward to the winter months this year. But, you know. Ooh, hey, that actually did a lot of good. Yes. Yes, they can, John. I'm actually gonna start doing some research on what kind of windows would be the best for us. I have dreams for this house. I really do. And they alternate between just remodeling what we've got and adding on to it, or just raising the whole thing down to the foundation and starting from scratch. I can imagine you are, John. Reynolds is evil. John is saying he's dreading winter because of the Reynolds. Reynolds is evil. Evil, I tell you. But I want to do so much with this property. Want to remodel a house, remodel the garage, build an apartment above it, put some more of the storage containers, shipping containers in the backyard, and use them either as more storage or turn them into tiny homes for the extended family. Johan is asking, what is Reynolds? I will let John answer if he wants to, while at the same time doing a quick... Okay. It is a condition that causes temporary narrowing of the blood vessels in the fingers, toes, and occasionally other extremities such as ears and nose. This narrowing, called vasospasm, reduces blood flow to the areas, leading to the characteristic color changes and other symptoms. The symptoms being your areas turning white or blue, typically in response to cold or emotional stress, numbness, tingling, and occasionally pain, swelling or throbbing sensations, and these episodes can last from minutes to hours. It is very uncomfortable. Yep. It's very uncomfortable. And yeah, I have a dear friend who lives in Ottawa who has Raynaud's, and they lived here in Seattle for a while too, and just misery. Hey, Rob. Mimi, you're behind a little bit. Read John's answer, Mimi. That's what we're talking about. Basically, your blood vessels just kind of, and you turn blue, turn white, get really cold, and really uncomfortable. Your name is ringing bells. I am horrible about remembering people I don't see every day. It's an ADHD thing. But yes, I do recognize the name. Yes, I do know that he's been here a few times. Yeah, it's not super dangerous, yes. It's just annoying, is my understanding. I pulled a good one last night, y'all. So, I'm sitting out in the living room in my dog walking outfit, which is a pink sweatshirt and matching sweatpants. And the son and his new girlfriend come in, and literally just as they're coming in, my body is like, hi, if you don't strip off a layer, you're going to pass the fluff out now. So I stand up and I say, "Hey," I'm like, don't mind me as I strip here, but pots and heat don't go well together. And then it dawns on me, you're a potsy too. And she's like, oh yeah, if you don't get rid of that, you're going to be seeing stars and hitting the ground. I'm like, uh-huh. I'm like, oh, thank God, somebody who gets it. She didn't think anything of me just popping up real quick and yanking the sweats off. Because I'm sure I looked ridiculous. And it was horrible with the fact that they literally had just walked in and I'm popping up and stripping. But, you know, I had leggings on under the sweats. God, I forgot to mention that part. Okay, so I will take what I am wearing right now. I have a t-shirt, a tank top, and my leggings on. This is my normal indoor clothes. When I go to take the dogs out, I put my sweats on over my clothes because, well, it keeps me warmer when I'm outside. If they get a little dirty, I'm not going to cry too much. And it also, because they are pale pink, I keep pointing because they're right here over my shoulder. They are pale pink, so I am far more visible than, you know, dark clothes, especially at night. And so I will yank off my extra layers going, oh my God, if I don't strip, I'm going to puke. Thank you, Johan. That is so sweet of you. Twitch. Yesterday marked the longest shutdown ever, and tomorrow will mark it again. So yeah, we know we're there. It's ugly, it's evil, it's horrible, and I am so not in the mood to talk politics right now. So yeah, yesterday technically tied it. Today marks the longest. I'm not saying you're inaccurate. I'm just... Have a good one, Rob. Okay, so Stephen Colbert had a good point last night. Typically does, mind you, but he was talking about Mom Donnie's victory speech, right? And I have noticed this with other victory speeches. You've got a microphone in front of you and you are still yelling at it. And I catch myself doing it. And the whole point is you have the microphone to, you know, make your voice louder, and yet we still yell into the mother frogger. Why? Why do we do this? I know you guys can hear me just fine. I know that y'all can hear me just fine if I talk at this level, as you can if I'm talking at my normal volume. Just if I'm talking at my normal volume, the kid in the room next door to me and the people in the house next door can hear me. Please explain why we yell into microphones. I mean, yelling into a megaphone, that's one thing. Yeah. As he's pointing out, we can't hear ourselves. I will go with that, Johan. Thank you. I am pronouncing your name right, aren't I? I'm used to Johan having two N's. I just want to make sure I'm not, because I have a weird name that gets mispronounced. I understand the... Oh, look. We made it. Hey, look, I made it. Anyway. Damn it, now I gotta listen to that song. I know that particular finger tap. Did I? Yes, I did. I gotta take my gummies. He has this particular way he'll drum his fingers when I know he's rolling his eyes. Am I at least getting close? Because if I'm getting close, that helps. He actually speaks German somewhat, much better than I do. And, yeah, I try. I want to be multilingual again. I used to be almost conversant in Spanish, stopped using it for years, and so I've forgotten a lot of it. But I want to learn. I appreciate, though, the past for being an American. Herman. That's not even German, Di. That sounds more Spanish. See, I put a Spanish accent on most of my other languages. And then I have a future daughter-in-law who is French, so I need to learn French for her. And I think... I can't remember if she's half French, half Chinese, or half Japanese. She is half Japanese? Yeah. Makes sense. But see, I want to learn Japanese or French to be able to converse with her mother, who occasionally watches my videos, which is sweet. Yes, YouTube does, which is kind of cool. All right, y'all. Hello, Uncle Chandler. All right, we have 45 minutes to be ready for podcast, my darlings, my dears, my loved ones. So please come back in about a half hour, 45 minutes for tonight's podcast. And in the meantime, I am going to see you guys off, water the dogs. Take the dogs out to water the tree, feed the dogs, and then I will be right back with podcast. Oh, whoops. That's supposed to be PST, not PDT. All right. So, my darlings, my dears, my witchlings. I know. Let's go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There is already enough darkness and hate. Please, please, let's try to be beacons of hope and light for those lost and stumbling in the dark. And then be sure to tell your loved ones, whether they walk upright on two legs, fly with wings, curl up with fur, or glide with scales, tiptoe on paws and tiny claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Those moments slip away faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And please, 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 my witchlings, always remember that you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real, even if you have yet to figure it out. I was 45 before I did. I love you all. Namaste, my witchlings. Namaste. There we go.